Well, this is our January Team Rise call. We are few in numbers today. We got people traveling and other issues. So we did want to record just so you could have the details of where to find the new compensation plan, and we could kind of walk through. And if you guys, Ashley, if you have your calculator, I can calculate this, but I want to show you looking at new numbers versus old numbers, how you can feel comfortable about where it is. And so I'm going to share my screen. Well, first of all, no, I'm not going to do that yet. Let me give you guys a chance to say, it's 2020. What are you thinking about? What are you focused on for this year, whether in your business or in your life? Do you have anything that comes to mind that you'd like to share?
I always pray about a word kind of for the year, and the word I have is just surrender. And when I first thought of that word, I was like, that's kind of a passive word, but in reality, it's a very active word. Every second of every day.
Yeah.
Surrendering in all areas, and trusting and just having those open hands. I keep coming back to that. And so I think that just plays such a huge role when we're like this. It's stress, it's tension, everyone can feel it. But when you're surrendered and you just have that, you know, that's how we're trying to do this business anyway. And that's what people are attracted to. I've heard so many times, I love that there's never been pressure. I love that it's always been a gift, you know. So that's kind of true.
Yeah, I agree. Charisse, what about you? Looks like you froze. I don't know if you can hear us or not. If you're talking, we can't hear you. So I'm just going to go ahead and then if you come back in, then you can share if you'd like. Okay, so the thing that I wanted to show you was where to find the new numbers, hi Kirsten, where to find the new numbers for the marketing plan, and just have you be comfortable with what the differences are. And so I'm going to share my screen right quick and show you where this is. It's on thefreedomrevolution.com, and under this section, these are all the sections, and of course the passcode here is Revolution, but under compensation plan, just go to United States. And this is really cool how it's set up. This is the chart that shows you all the new product volume. There's no PVC. The only thing that kind of still resembles PVC is that that on Tower Gardens, it's 50% of the total volume for the products. So they don't say anything about PVC. It's just called product volume. So if you look on the left, and you guys may have seen this, the fruit, vegetable, and berry blend is 300. That is the price, and that is the volume that we're paid on. So I just want you to keep that in mind. All of these are down here. The chewies, all the prices are here, and that's the same as the volume on all the Juice Plus products. Okay, so in phase one, there is a download Partner Plus worksheet, a qualifying sales coordinator worksheet, and a sales coordinator worksheet for phase one. And of course, this is our old positions of direct distributor, virtual franchisee, and sales coordinator. The training that goes along with that is excellent too. I'm going to walk you through the worksheets, but I decided to kind of do this backwards and look at phase two first. And so I want to start with NMD, because if any of you guys have looked ahead on the pay plan, you would realize that in order to qualify for National Marketing Director, because the structure requirements haven't changed, but I just want to blow this up and show you. Now the volume requirement is 48,000 a month for 3 months. And you think, oh my gosh, it was only 33 before, but now it's being calculated on the full volume. So what you need to do, and this is what I wanted to just have you guys try on your end, is to look at, you divide any number that you see in the new plan. So 48,000 divided by 1.8. And can anybody do that and tell me what the number is? You guys must be doing it from your phone.
All right, 48. Yeah, I have to do it by my phone. 48,000 times 1.
No, not times, divided by 1.8. Well, I can tell you the answer, and if you guys are getting ready, I mean, if you're trying to calculate it, I'll show you after. Did you come up with
26?
Yeah. So it's 26,667, give or take. So the volume requirement for National Marketing Director has dropped from 33,000 to 26. And the reason for this, and this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about this, is that each of the steps beyond qualifying sales coordinator, the old virtual franchise position, each of these steps is just a doubling of the last step. So if that's the amount for national marketing director, what would the new amount be for qualifying national marketing director? What do you think, Ashley? If it's 26,666 for
13, 14.
Yeah, exactly. So instead of 20,000 in volume, it's 13,000 in volume. The structure is still the same, but the total volume is not. Okay, why is my Zoom? I can't, there it is. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to sharing and just go back to that because I wanna show you those numbers too. So everything else is pretty much the same, but everything is half. So we can work our way backwards. So senior sales coordinator has dropped from, I think it was 8,000 when you did it, right, Ashley?
Sorry, I'm being
mute again.
Yeah, I'm muted because I have kids and I have somebody here doing some.
Okay, was it 8,000 or 9,000 when you did it? Because it was 9,000 once upon a time, and I think they dropped
8. It was 8.
Okay, so now it's half of that 13,333, and we can look at it right quick. So all of the volume requirements on the upper levels have dropped. Now I say that because on the bottom they have increased a little bit. And I didn't want you guys to freak out about that, but I wanted you to understand that the goal was, so yeah, for senior sales coordinator now, the monthly volume in old, it says 12,000 a month, but that is, in our old volume, that would be equivalent to 6,667. So it's actually come down. And I believe that even at the sales coordinator level, it has come down some as well, because we used to have to do 8,000 in promo. And let me just go show you what that is now too. And the reason that I'm bringing this up is because anytime there's a change, we kind of get resistant in our own thinking. You know, I understand this is so much easier to explain because, like I said, it is based on a doubling of everything. So
yeah, it's nice.
So on the qualifying senior sales coordinator, let's look at that right quickly. And this will be helpful to those of you who are sales coordinators who are working to go on to qualifying sales coordinator. So that 6,000 amount in our old dollar amounts is just a little beyond POB. It's 3,333 in monthly value in our old numbers. So if you've been at POB before, then you're almost there for getting this next bonus. So that's pretty cool. And I'm gonna come out of that one and show you on the sales coordinator sheet. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to leave where I was. My mouse is just a little sensitive. Okay, so on the sales coordinator sheet, they have these worksheets that help you plan this out so that you don't have any question about whether you've qualified or not. So it says I've generated 12,000 in promotional volume. So before we had to do 8,000, and now for sales coordinator, and this will be good news to you, Charisse, your total promotional volume, so we're dividing that by 1.8, is 6,667. So you probably have the volume already. You've created a team structure of at least one, which is our old DD, Partner Plus, and two QSCs, which is our old VFs, in 3 separate lines. Okay, so 3 lines, 2 with qualifying sales coordinators in them, and at least 1 sales coordinator did their fast track within the 6-month window. So you have a qualifying sales coordinator taking you, for example, Charisse, you have a DD, and so if you can help someone fast track in the window, any window of time, you will have what it is, what's required. And then it says I've generated at least 2,000 in performance bonus volume to qualify my business for the 3% performance bonus. So now let's look at that a second, because you go 3%. I thought performance bonus was 5%. So the 2,000 that we had 1,000 before, and now it's 2,000. You go, wow, that's a big jump. And what it actually is, when we divide it by 1.8, is the equivalent in the old days to 1,111 points. So it is a little bit of a bump, but it was with the goal in mind of trying to keep the numbers even. And it wasn't going to make sense to do 1,500 because that would have been way less than 1,000. So they did 2,000. So that's a little more rigorous to qualify. Now, the performance bonus, that was 5% before. If we take the 5% and multiply it times 1.8 to have it be the new, I'm sorry, wait a second, 3% times 1.8 is actually a raise from what it was before, because now that would come out to 5.4. So it's actually a bump up. If you're earning performance bonus, you're going to see more of it now with the new numbers, because 3%, again, they didn't do 2% because it was going to be under 5. So they did the next closest full number. Does that make sense? You guys with me?
Kind of, yes.
Okay. So you have to remember that the factor to consider in all of this, when you're looking at the new numbers and they look scary, divide by 1.8. When you're looking at the new percentages were paid, multiply times 1.8, and you'll know where you're at. And if you have any questions about this, you can hit me up on Voxer or text me. And so we have to qualify our business. We have to do a fast track qualifying sales coordinator, the old VF position, in a 6-month window. And that's all it's going to take for anybody that is trying to get promoted to sales coordinator with the fast track, where you're getting the bonuses. Now, if you want to take a promotion without the bonuses, you can do that as well. And there are some reasons to do that. So if you're not sure what's the best route for you, please get in contact with me and we'll go over your numbers together. I love this because it has you fill in all the requirements on here so that you actually are able to track this. It kind of gives you the roadmap where this is kind of like a coaching tool for you, because it gives you the full roadmap to get there. So let's just back up. I just wanted to touch on the other two, and then we'll stop this conversation, and I'd love to have any questions that you guys have. So if we go back to the old VF position, and now it's 4,000 in points. Okay, so 4,000 in points instead of the 2,000 we had before. So this is where I told you that it's a little bit higher than it was before. So it's now 2,222 in the old numbers. Again, trying to make it an even one. 3,000 would have had it way too low. 3,500 would have been off as well. So it's a little more on the bottom two positions than they had to do before. But these are some examples. If you had, it would be like a total of 1,400, or excuse me, 1,400, 14 trios or 10 quads, or any combination. You know how this works. So that is a little more than was required before. But the bonuses are, let's see, it should be on this sheet too, because it's not, let's see. Title rewards, okay, is 300 for making VF, and $50 for the Partner Plus, plus a free conference ticket they would get in there. So in that respect, it's more. And one of the things that people said about the new, I'm going to go back to Partner Plus, why would they drop what they are earning from 100, raise the requirement and drop what they're getting paid? Well, they're not actually dropping it, because honestly, you guys, we're not trying to create a buyer's club. We're trying to create a seller's organization. And so if somebody wants to use this as a Costco membership to just get the product at the lowest price, fine. If they want to get that, if they want to wet their feet and see what it would be like and not be 100% committed, but would go as far as to share it with a few friends and see if they could get to that first level. Well, now we think to ourselves, okay, they're going to get their $50 back, okay, for sure. And I'm going to post it. If I had pulled it up beforehand, I could have showed you that too. They'll get their $50 back, and they'll be invited to conference on us to see if they want to take the next step. So so in the past, if we did 3 trios, we hit the 500 points when we were using PVC. Now 3 trios would be 900 points out of the 1,000 they needed. So it would have to be a quad and 2 trios, or 3 trios and a smoothie mix. So somebody actually doing the shred with us. So it is a little more. And, but I wanted to explain that, because the goal is that that's not the selling point at coming in, is getting the $100 back. We're trying to invite people to be part of our mission and to go for at least the qualifying sales coordinator position if they want to be part of our team, and where they can impact more lives, they can pay for their family's product, and they'll be at a great commission level. So I want to go back one last thing before we close out on looking at these sheets, and that is on this sheet. So our sales profit now is a percentage of the product. And I wanted to show you, so it's 10% of the product, and then we can earn up to 15%, 5, 10, and 15. Again, if you're confused about, gosh, why did the commissions go from 6, 14, and 22? Well, we're being paid on the full price that the customer is paying. So that 15% in the old numbers would be equal to 27% in the new numbers. So you are going to see a bump in your check if you're at sales coordinator level. Okay, and so that's more. Sales profit is down a little bit because it's a percentage now, but they figured that was the easiest. If there was price adjustments, that they could just do it across the board. And again, the goal here is to simplify. So the most that we can make off of our own sales, between the sales profit and if we're at the sales coordinator position, is now 25%, but it's 25% of the full product price. So 25% of the 300 on a trio. Okay. The one last thing that I want to just show you is how much the profit has gone up in selling Tower Gardens in terms of sales profit. This is a place where they felt that the majority of the work is done by the person who actually makes the sale. And so it's disproportionate now what the retail profit is on Tower Gardens, because they know that that type of sale takes longer, more exposure, a lot of interaction before somebody makes it. So it's really handsome what people are making now. It's 25% of the volume of the product is being paid into as retail profit. Okay, I'm going to stop my share, and I'd love to answer any questions you have. We never got Charisse back, huh? Bummer. Okay, were you guys following along, or?
So that's, yeah.
Okay, good. I mean,
can you hear me?
Yeah, was it clear, or did you have questions, or was there anything that you wanted to?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Ashley, you're frozen on me. I wonder what's going on. Was I freezing on you guys at all? Okay. Is Ashley
okay, can you hear me?
There you go.
Just that last part you were frozen.
Okay.
Just the last part you were frozen. But I was just, all that's on the Freedom Revolution.
All of that's on Freedom Revolution. And the thing, like I say, if you just remember that
1.8
on all the commission levels, you're going to go times 1.8 if you want to think about it in terms of old. Hi, sweetheart. If you want to think about the commission levels, times 1.8 if you want to think about it in terms of old versus new, just to transition in your mind. And if you look at the requirements, the volume requirements, divide it by 1.8, and that will give you the number. Okay.
Where did you get 1.8?
Okay, well, that's what they told us. If you take, okay, if I take 169.50, which was our old PPC on a trio, and I multiply that times 1.8, that's where you get it from. So looking at what we worked on and what we are now paid on.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure.
Did they?
What's that?
Did they explain why it's $52 now to sign up?
Just
curious. I didn't catch that until like recently.
Jay Martin kept saying it's $1 a week. I'm going to turn this light on.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's a cool way to look at it.
Yeah, he was saying it's $1 a week to own your own franchise. Ooh, that's bright. Maybe I won't do that.
Oh.
It's just so dark in here.
And then the Partner Plus information on there at the bottom, there were like examples of what is that something we could possibly show someone who's looking at the business? Those
forms can be printed out, or they can fill them out online too, and share them with you while they're working on them. So they're PDFs that you can actually fill out.
Can we show it to a prospect or someone who's considering?
Just go into Freedom Revolution and show them that. Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a change, but I know if you guys even go into your virtual office, the key thing you want to know is that now to qualify, you're looking for 2,000 points. Let's see, POB would be times 1.8. I think is around 5,500. I'm not sure. Everything is going to stay to the exact same requirement as this year. In terms of just that conversion between the old numbers and the new numbers, like because some of the requirements are higher than, like qualifying, for example, but it went from 2,000 to what I think 22 is what I told you guys. I'm not
Maybe.
mistaken. I mean, it went to 2,000. I'm sorry. It went to 2,000. And so in the old dollars, that would be like 1,100. So they're still going to qualify people that have the equivalent of 1,000 points for all of 2020 to give them time to get the extra customers to get them beyond the mark. But you're going to be looking at new numbers now on your PVC reports. It will be showing the new numbers. So you're kind of going, okay, you just got to remember that now you're hitting 2,000 instead of
1,000. Okay.
Yeah. When you're looking at numbers. And this is going to be stuff that we can coach through in the months ahead. If you're confused about anything, it's going to take some time to get used to it, but it's going to be so much easier to explain to our customers. Look,
Okay.
if you sell $1,000 worth of product and they just look at the prices and they add it up, and the fact that this is one other thing I wanted to tell you in the 2,000 plus, even in the partner plus, I mean not 2,000 plus, qualifying sales coordinator. Sorry, I'm going to get my terminology down, but in the partner plus and in the qualifying sales coordinator, if the distributor has existing orders that are shipped during the month that they're going for the promotion, those are going to count where they never have before. So
that's cool.
Yeah, they're going to count. And so the only thing that they are required to have some new customers, like there has to be one new customer in the 30-day window that they're looking at. For the Partner Plus, there has to be at least one new order, and there's a requirement in the qualifying sales coordinator too, but it does not have to all be new volume. It can count. So that's really cool too, because they were trying to get people away from.
Sorry.
You gotta go.
Can you hear me? Yes. Thank you so much for your time. And then I want to look over that, and I'm going to set up a coaching call.
Okay, that sounds good. And Kirsten, I'll stay on with you if you have any other question that you wanted to go over.
Thanks for jumping on, Kirsten. And thanks, Lynora.
Yeah,
okay, bye.
Was there anything else? Okay.
Yeah, nothing, I don't think.
I'm going to stop the recording, and then I just had something I wanted to talk to you about. But you guys that are listening to this after the fact, if you have questions, contact me. I think if you look at it with fresh eyes and just realize that this is going to be so much easier for us to explain, and that the money is going to be there in our paycheck, it's just going to be a little different. The requirements are just a little different, but even for sales coordinator, it's easier than before. The only two positions where it's a little more rigorous are the first two, and most of you guys are long past that. So anyway, hope this helps, and feel free to reach out.